Hello YouTube, HPZ here today, and I've got a bit of a problematic controller. And basically what it's doing is it's holding the X button in. I got this from cache converters a long time ago. Just never bothered to test it until today, and what do you know? If you watch the other footage, you'll notice that the X button is being kept in for some reason. So easy fix. It's a bit difficult to close a controller nicely again, but I'll show you how to do that. First things first, let's crack it open. You'll notice this controller is dirty as well. I'll probably clean it before putting it back in service, because that's just, that's terrible. Some kids' chocolate fingers. Sorry, some 90s kids' chocolate fingers, that's even worse. Now, there's a bit of a tricky part to this. When you open up the system, is the R2 and L2 buttons. You'll see now when I remove it that it uses these thin button connectors here. It's like flex cable, you can see that. And what happens is you need to slide that in gently and carefully in there and ensure that it's not touching anything else. Just want to see if this is still recording. Yeah, there you go, there you can see it nicely. You need to make sure that you don't slide it in there and it doesn't make nice contact. So let's take the rest of it apart. Just remove the little flex ribbon cable. Remove the two vibrating motors. Pull the cable out. And we're in. The parts we're interested in is these two little rubber pads here, as well as the start mechanism and the contacts. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our contact PCB cleaner. You can use isopropyl alcohol as well. There's quite a few things that will clean this. Methylated spirits works very well as well. Dab a little bit on there and start at the contacts first. You can see all of that black crud from decades of play. All that crud. Ugh. Right, now I'm going to take these off as well. Sorry, I know you can't see that very well, but I'm literally just cleaning the pad. Done. All of that. Ugh. Please don't use too strong a solvent. You can actually remove the little carbon pads from there if you use too strong a solvent. That's why I like using contact PCB cleaner. It's very much inert, but it can clean just about anything. So you see how the pad is now like a dull color? Let's see if I can get this for you. See how that's a dull color now? That's the color you want. Let's do the other side. for these, the main culprits. That's it. It's that easy. Now you need to reassemble the whole mechanism, so I hope you don't mind if I don't talk through this, because it's pretty much just putting things back together. Now you'll notice that one has a little slit in, the other one has a round one in. The slit goes over the slit here, and it's for your square, X and triangle buttons. The other one goes here for your circle, or for the D-pad, and there's a little circle in the inside there. I just noticed there's some crud here. All those things baked and stuff. So all goes in. Caked in crud. This controller needs a very, very good clean. Don't forget to add your start and select button back. Now while it's in this state, I'm just going to clean up this crud on the sides. Ugh, what's it? Who does that? Kids. Ugh. Just years of crap that's been caked on there. Some guy's probably a lawyer by now. He used to play this controller and caked it. Ooh. Guess I'll have to wash off. Okay, and the rest of it I'll take off with a scrub brush when I give this thing a wash, but that's all of the crowd away. Right, now if you remember correctly, power cable actually, the controller cable actually came through here, around there, around there, and like such. There we go. Always reassemble things to the exact same way you found them. The other thing that I noticed is it has a lot of flux and residue there. I'll clean that off as well. But first let's reconnect everything and put that single screw in so it holds everything nicely in place. Go. Grab the PCB clean, grab the flux removal brush, some of this flux is so thick it's not even coming off. These were made at a price point, I guess. Sony didn't make it themselves. They all went through different manufacturers and they were made through there. All that flux residue is now gone. Quickly do a double spot check, make sure your cable's plugged in, everything's fitting nicely, buttons feel right. There we go. And now, this thing is also caked in. Just going to use the back of the knife. Get at least some of that stuff out. At least the inside was more or less clean. It's just this chocolate finger rubbish. Right, now this is the difficult part, because you have to squeeze those flex cables and rubbers in here without that pinching or without that actually moving them. So what you tend to do is grab it, keep that hanging down like that, slowly just insert it. Yeah, there we go, that one was missed. Let gravity do most of the work for you. Ah, I see what I did there. There we go. Let's see now it's supposed to be. And now before you close it, feel that your buttons are still working. If they're not working, you just have to play around with it. Keep these bottoms at the bottom and let gravity do the work for you, and just reconnect them. But of course I'm going to wash this controller in a couple of minutes, because this is crusty and just nasty. It's a 90 kid lawyer. Ooh. And that's it. Done. Oh, this thing is dirty.